Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Diz Unplugged episode 1228 for the week of July 25th, 2023. Coming to you live from the Bob Varley studio in Orlando, Florida. I am your host, Craig Williams, joined alongside by our panelists today, including Erica Resnick.
Hi, friends.
Teresa Eccles.
Hey.
And back on the controls, Rhino.
I'm just Rhino.
Nice to have you here today. Nice to see everyone who's here today watching or listening. Of course, I can't see you, but I'm sure you're there. So before we get started, I want to remind you that this show is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. If you like our content, then the best way to support us is by booking a vacation through Dreams Unlimited Travel. It costs you no extra money, and you get the support of one of the amazing Dreams Unlimited Travel agents, like the very own Teresa Eccles. So for a free, no obligation quote, head over to dreamsunlimitedtravel.com today. And then I also want to remind everyone about our Patreon after show, as well as Patreon in general. Our after show happens as soon as this show is over, and we just kind of unwind, decompress, and do a little bit of light chatting, sometimes about Disney, sometimes not, and that is available to all tiers. But as you can go over to our Patreon and look at what's available in the different tiers, but there's multiple different levels with content that comes along with all of it. So for that information, head over to patreon.com/DizUnplugged. Now, before we get started in the news, I do need to make an announcement. We've received a lot of questions over the past year about John and Kevin and their participation in the show. And while it's true they have been traveling quite a bit, a bigger factor for them not being on the show so much is actually Kevin's mobility is preventing him from being able to come inside our current studio. They do want to have a bigger presence on the show overall. So this is the last week we will be recording from our current studio. We'll be taking next week off because some of the team will already be in California, and then the rest of us are going to be preparing for California for our Diz Dreams meetup in Avengers Campus. Then after that, once we get back from California, we'll probably need a few more weeks off as we are relocating to a new studio. So there may be some virtual shows in there, but we'll try to still have our dining reviews and our other content that we post regularly on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. But let's go ahead and move on to the news now. Disney is trolling YouTubers and podcasters this Thursday, the official start of the 2023 Epcot International Food and Wine Festival, because they announced Trails End and Crockett's Tavern would be reopening on the exact same day at Fort Wilderness with a new look that matches, more of the laid-back style of Disney's Fort Wilderness, and a lot of new delicious bites. And of course, part of this is that Trails End is no longer a buffet, but instead it's going to be a quick service restaurant with family-sized entrees and sides, and you can bring those back to your cabin or campsite, or you can purchase an individual-sized entrees to feast on inside the restaurant's seating area. The refreshed marketplace concept includes an on-stage pizza station where you can grab a slice or an entire pie, including a smokehouse-style pizza topped with house-smoked brisket, sausage, and pepperoni, as well as a roasted vegetable pie.
Uncooked sausage? Is that what that is?
Uncooked sausage? Yeah. It hasn't opened. We will...
the E. coli pie.
Yeah, we'll find out on Thursday how uncooked it truly is. But
they're bringing a Cece's to Walt Disney World.
Jeez. Wow. Now, I'm usually known as one of the more negative and harsh people
no, I love
the
Cece's,
panel, but
so I'm all for it.
Yeah, I don't know if most people would take that as...
it's a pizza buffet.
Pizza you can eat, and
Exactly.
pizza that won't stay with you.
Wow.
Okay. There will also be pepperoni and cheese pizza. So, 2 new pizzas. That smokehouse style pizza sounds like interesting meat lovers. Hopefully, the roasted vegetable pie will also be just as good. So, very excited to see if they can figure out a way to do pizza right. There's also going to be a grab-and-go section available with pecan smoked whole chicken or brisket, a rack of pork ribs, and, of course, fried chicken. Sides will be available by the pound, including macaroni and cheese, plant-based cowboy beans, and mashed potatoes. And by the picture that was released as well, too, it looks like there are green beans and coleslaw.
Could you say cowboy beans one more time?
Plant-based cowboy beans.
So you can order. You can be like, can I have a quarter pound of these, or can I have 1.5 pounds?
Available by the pound. So
Oh, they come as 1 pound. I gotcha.
I would say it would start at 1 pound and then go to 2 pounds and then 3 pounds.
and then
and
4.
four.
Oh, wow.
So-
Okay. Wow,
A
wow.
lot of beans, a lot of cowboy
Wow.
beans.
I agree with that. So cheeseburgers, plant-based vegetable burgers, chicken nuggets, and french fries will also be available, as well as chicken wraps with the new house-made blueberry barbecue sauce and the returning favorite Pioneer Berry Salad. Home-style meals will be featured and include cornbread, coleslaw, mashed potatoes with gravy, and your choice of a half slab of ribs or 2 pieces of fried chicken. And Disney says we mustn't forget about hand-scooped ice cream and specialty coffees like the Wilderness Latte, which has intriguing flavors of chocolate and it was some sort of nut. I forgot to write it down. Probably hazelnut. That's usually
Hazelnut,
for
yeah.
you know, when it comes to coffees. And finally, the baked goods. The bakery will be revamped, and it will include banana pudding, a carrot cake cupcake, blueberry bread pudding, plant-based lemon blueberry trifle with layers of lemon curd,
yeah,
fresh
girl.
blueberries, and whipped cream, and the legendary Hoop-de-Doo musical review strawberry shortcake in single-serve portions. Strawberry shortcake. Other desserts include the
What'd you call it, Erica?
fruity cookie, which features fruity cereal and white
What'd you call
chocolate
me?
chips, the peanut butter and jelly cupcake, and a s'mores cupcake, and the s'mores cookie. And that is the menu that we will have at Trail's End. And
Wait, did you say we're going to go? Is this Thursday? This Thursday?
yeah, but
We're
so
gonna
is
eat
food and
so
wine.
much.
Yeah. Wait, we're not doing both at the same
No,
time.
no, we'll
Okay,
probably-
I was like, I don't have it in me.
We'll probably do food and wine on the first day. Okay, so this is a good debate to have here right now. I
Yeah.
mean, I have a media event on Wednesday night for food and wine, so I'm going to get a preview then. But then it starts on Thursday, and like, I don't know. You know, one of my biggest complaints about the Epcot festivals.
You said Wednesday you have a preview?
Wednesday night.
Wednesday night?
Wednesday night, yeah.
Yeah, okay. But that's just you.
Yeah, just me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I don't want to go with you. I'm going to see Haunted Mansion. So I was going to ask you to go with me. So that's why I think I said that. But sorry.
No.
No.
Yeah, I'll be there for that. So I got invited to see it with cast members after the event, but I'm not going to that.
You and these cast
So,
members. Jeez.
I'm sorry.
They like you.
It's what it is. But anyways, so my biggest problem with the Epcot Festival, since I still haven't finished my thought on that, is, you know, I try not to complain about it because ultimately some people don't come to Walt Disney World every year. Some people save up for years to come for the first time during one of these festivals. And it's true that, like, especially with food and wine, it brings so much extra food to Epcot that some people just might not have an option to try anywhere else, or just enhances Epcot. So I don't like complaining about it, but I also will not lie and say, as a local who covers this stuff, who has to go every year, food and wine is one of the more boring festivals for me because I feel like they don't change enough with their menus. So
One man's opinion.
yeah, it's one man's opinion. I'm not forcing that on anyone else. But so as a group, is it what should we have to go to food and wine on Thursday?
Yeah.
We
'cause
have
It's,
to.
we have to.
Here's the thing about that too. Not to be like, I'm not in a non-ego way, but there's a nice gentleman that I've met like a couple times now, and he was like, "Oh yeah, we extended our trip to stay. You guys were there with me,
Yeah,
the boathouse.
but
I don't think Craig was
He's
there.
going to
but-
be there only for the first day,
Yeah.
and like leaves on a plane that night, and is hoping to see like
people.
everyone.
Yeah, and that you know, so it's like that sort of like, I don't know, and there's nothing really like a first day of a festival. Whereas I feel like, now get me here, the restaurant, I feel like, you know, because it's smaller, I think it's going to suffer from that thing that people sometimes complain about, where it's like, all the Disney vloggers and the people and the whatever. And you know what? I as much as I like seeing some of the other people that work in the same field as us, I don't like getting people in the background that are doing the same thing as us. So it's like, I don't know. You know what I mean?
Always go the day after.
Plus,
or at
then we
some
know what's
point
crap.
next week.
Yeah, no, I figure we will go to, if we do food and wine on the first day, which we should, that's the day we should go. Then after that, we should, on the following day, we should go and experience Crockett's Tavern as well as Trails End. So
and then get a gym membership.
Yeah,
I already have one.
I respect the people who will do both in one day. They have, as big as my stomach is, they have even bigger stomachs than mine. Or, it's. I know when Minion Cafe opened, if you didn't bring enough people to order the entire menu and finish it all, then like Quincy from All Ears was just loading it all up in Tupperware and taking it home. So
Smart.
I could always do that too. But I don't. When I'm full, I get tired and grumpier than I usually am on a normal day. So I don't want to overstuff myself on just like all in one day. So we'll space it out a little bit. But
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll make sure we.
I'm gonna bring
we
Tupperware
get
though
there.
this time.
Yeah, we do
I
need to
think
bring
I will
Tupperware.
too.
Well, because it's, I guess we really went on a tangent there because we didn't talk about the menu. What do we think of the menu beyond the pizzas? I feel like Erica insulted the pizzas enough.
No,
but
I think CC's is fine. I really do like this menu. I feel like there's something for everyone, and you can still get some of those favorites from Hoop-de-Doo outside of having to go there like you were able to before. So I feel like since that's still there, people will be happy. And I think there's something for everyone on the menu.
yeah,
And I loved Trails End before the pandemic. Like it was my place.
yeah. I know
But
they're
this
not.
is nice.
I know they're not messing with it too much, but at the same time, I do hope that they elevate the to-go offerings a little bit from what they previously offered. Because the last time Rhino stayed at the cabins, he got takeout for him and Eli and happened to have it there while I was there. And I had just eaten, so I wasn't hungry. But even if I hadn't eaten, I was like, none of this really looks appealing.
Especially
to me.
not for like midday. You know what I mean? Like I sometimes you don't want. Don't get me wrong. The fried chicken is and everything, but it's like I don't want that on the middle of 110-degree Florida day usually. You know what I mean? And then go out and like go to the pool and you're like, I feel great about myself right now.
Yeah. Well, for me too, I think that while the menu for Trails End looks appealing, I actually think that Crockett's Tavern is going to take the win on this if, the quality of the food, it's served from the same place, but if the quality of the food is better. Don't get me wrong, Trails End's different desserts sound absolutely incredible. I will always eat my weight in strawberry shortcake, banana pudding. The blueberry bread pudding
that
sounds
sounds
delicious.
good.
Like it all sounds good, but the actual food items that you will get at Crockett's Tavern sound better to me because Crockett's Tavern is now a lounge with expanded indoor and outdoor seating and enhanced style snacks. There will still be the to-go window for drinks, but there will be a lounge. And so the menu includes a trio of sliders featuring a pulled pork slider, a brisket slider, and a buffalo chicken slider served with fries. Then there are chicken bites available with your favorite sauce among buffalo, garlic parmesan, or blueberry barbecue. And it's served with celery, house-made ranch, blue cheese, and seasoned French fries. There's also a charcuterie board with what appears to be little cornbread crostini on it. And to me, they're like so close to looking like Mickey heads that it kind of frustrates me that they just didn't go all the way there.
Yeah.
But cornbread crostini, I think that sounds delicious with some meats and cheeses on a wooden paddle. I know one thing, Rhino will 100% order it.
If there's a charcuterie board, I'm the sucker.
Yeah,
That's fine.
I've been with him plenty of times because I do feel like he'll order a charcuterie board everywhere he goes that has one, and for the most part he'll like them. But sometimes he just will choose the worst places to order them.
Sure
when
will.
you're like, it's not going to be good. Why are you even bothering? It's
You have to know though.
I know.
It's one
You
of
have
those.
to know. It's like if they have fried green tomatoes on the menu.
I'll
whether
order
they're
that
good-
too.
I have to order that.
Yeah, because you gotta. It's like
I have
your
to know.
thing. Yeah.
Yeah. I have
but
to know.
it's still, it will always go back to SNL and the Lobster Diner. There are some places you just don't go to and you order the lobster. And there are some places you just don't go to and order the charcuterie. But speaking of fried green tomatoes, I believe you set that up for a segue. Or did you not read the news stories?
I didn't read the news story.
Oh, thank you. Well, there will be
She's just that good.
plant-based offerings that include crispy cauliflower paired with garlic aioli, and then fried green tomato sliders featuring
Oh.
a southern remoulade and citrus greens served with French fries.
So Teresa's
That
got to
sounds
go with us.
so good.
Where is this at? Is this the same place?
Crockett's
Crockett?
Tavern.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Those sound
Those
so
sound really
good.
good.
I know. It's honestly, let's not beat around the bush. The chicken bites, those are little chicken nuggets, which
Yeah.
are perfect for people who don't have an adventurous palate or for kids that are coming there. But between the trio of sliders, the fried green tomato sliders, the crispy cauliflower, I mean, that's a home run. Those
Yeah.
are
Yeah, those are
a
all good.
small menu, but they know what they're like. They know exactly what they want to do, and if the meat's good, if the fried green tomatoes are done well, not overly greasy, a nice big thick piece of tomato on there, it could be good.
I love that they're
you like
sliders
thin?
too, because it's
Huh?
like, oh, what?
I like
She
the
likes the
thin.
thin
I think
cut.
she
You
likes
like
the thin one.
cut.
Well, it's the way I was raised. I mean, as long as it's the breading is crispy and it's good, I'm on board.
Yeah.
You know.
I like that they're sliders though too.
That's
those
cool.
options are because I feel like it creates very shareable like that community environment.
Yeah.
Teresa doesn't share, but yeah.
Teresa doesn't share food.
Well, unfortunately, if we go, we are sharing, and we will have to share the Trailblazing Dessert Trio, which will round out the meal.
Oh, look at
You've
that.
got chocolate pudding done s'more style. So there's, obviously chocolate pudding, graham cracker crumbs,
Oh,
and
my.
a house-made marshmallow. You have a strawberry shortcake with strawberries and whipped cream, which I feel like the ratio of strawberries to whipped cream is definitely more strawberries. But I don't know. There's a big dollop of whipped cream there, too. And then also a banana pudding with vanilla wafers, whipped cream, and a banana chip.
Oh, those all look delicious.
They
I would go.
look incredible.
Yes, I would. That's the food you eat in a closet alone.
I know.
It's so good.
That's
And
not
you
part
don't
of-
share.
Besides the strawberry shortcake, it's essentially just pudding. That's all you
It is. I'm good.
It's a
Chocolate,
trio of
banana.
puddings, but
What's not to like?
I know.
Beef. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, beef. Good.
I love pudding. A couple months back, Kylie judged me when one day I just went out and bought a whole bunch of boxes of pudding.
Did you get pistachio?
Oh, I
No.
love pistachio.
Oh, you know what's really good? Speaking of, because I got on a pistachio kick lately. My grandmother loves pistachios, and I had a pistachio muffin that you make with the Jello pudding.
Oh.
It's very very good.
Yeah.
Make me some cup. Maybe some. Maybe you learn how to make some desserts and start bringing them around every now and then.
Yeah, I mostly, when I'm making pudding at home, I will just use the banana pudding packets and then slice up my own bananas. And
Are you making
add
it on the
whipped cream.
stove?
No,
Oh.
no. I don't like the film. I
Yeah,
do not
the
like
skin.
pudding film.
Yeah.
No,
The
thank you.
skin. Pudding
Not-
skin.
Not for me.
Pudding skin is not
So
good.
it's okay if it's for you. It's just not for me. I don't care for that. So
Well, You know.
that's why, I also have an expiration on how many days I'll eat the pudding after it's in the refrigerator because
Right.
How much you
if it
making?
starts,
Oh, last time I made it, it was huge. 'Cause
Really?
for the three of us, and it took about 3 days.
Doesn't one box make just like a bowl? Am I crazy? I
did
don't know.
Two, I
haven't
did
made
two
pudding
big,
in,
two big
years.
boxes, 4 or 5 bananas, box of Nilla wafers.
Oh.
it's good stuff. Well, that's
Welcome
going to
to
do
the
it for this
Puddin'
episode
Podcast.
of Puddin' Talk.
Puddin'
Because
skin.
we still have to get to the drinks, which I'm sure Rhino is going to want to talk about.
Yes, sir.
The beverages are getting a glam up with drinks like the All Aboard Moonshine Cocktail Flight. Anyone just feel like we were watching Off the Rails
Yeah.
right
Yeah.
there? Huh? Except I can't. Sorry, can you say it?
You want me to do it?
Do
oh
it.
God.
Do
Okay. It's hard. It's like you have to get back. Like here's the all aboard. I just yelled in
Yeah.
this microphone. But you know what? I don't care.
And somewhere out there,
beautiful.
like a dog whistle, Denny just was like, I'm being called on.
Like, yeah. She opens a drawer, pulls out her like runs out like her dessert.
They need me. So you have the all aboard moonshine cocktail flight featuring the Gully Wumper, the Blackberry Lightning, and spiced appleberry shine. And it's inspired by the Fort Wilderness Railroad that used to run through the resort. And who else knows the other reference that the drinks are making in those names? Anyone?
Oh, wait.
Deliverance?
The Gully Wumper, the Blackberry Lightning, or the spiced appleberry shine?
Is the Gully Wumper a reference to the Rescuers?
No, but it is the reference.
Wait, so
Gully
there is a
Wumper?
reference. The Rescuers is the reference.
No,
No.
it's a reference. It's not the Rescuers.
Oh, okay.
And
Is it Mr. Toad?
No. Well, it would make
Splash
sense
Mountain,
if
no.
it involved Davy Crockett because it is at Crockett's Tavern. But the Gully Wumper is one of Mike Fink's keelboats. So they're the
know who that is.
my gosh. So when you're going around the rivers of America, there's a boat that's just like parked on the side there. Basically, the keelboats were boats where you would have the big long stick and you would walk along the side of the boat as the stick was going in the mud. And that would propel the boat along. And so there's a Davy Crockett
Oh,
movie
Davy
with the
Crockett
River
was on
Pirates
TV on
and
Sunday. It was
Mike
so good.
Fink.
I love Davy Crockett.
That's what they watch in Christmas,
Okay.
Florida.
Well, apparently you didn't get those
I'm
episodes.
sorry.
then, huh?
I'm sorry. Fess Parker. Who doesn't love Fess Parker? Okay, never mind.
I enjoy his wine.
That
Yeah,
flight
I
sounds
was just
good
gonna
though.
say I
Oh.
only know the wine. I didn't know that was what that was. That's funny.
Really?
Yeah, that's funny.
I guess
Anyway.
this is a good time to plug Connecting with Walt, Disney history podcast that
No thanks.
that Rhino has apparently never listened to once, but that's okay.
I did that. Michael does a very good job, and he is very thick. History podcasts are not my thing. Although I think I was
History
on
podcasts?
or I was on something with him once.
You would. You would have been on with trivia at one point.
You
in time.
guys do a great job with that, though. That is a wonderful program.
Well, I'm not currently helping him a ton besides editing it, but he is doing a lot of great episodes recently with Mary Jo and Nancy and Luella. So he's got a lot of guests right now who are helping him out with the podcast until I can get back on a normal schedule where I can record starting at 8 o'clock my time to sometimes very late, but right now Rory is not allowing me to do that. Anyways, the drinks, that's what we are talking about.
Yes, please.
You have the Berry Buckle, which is Uncle Nearest 1884 small batch whiskey, pure cane sugar, lemon juice, bitters, Fever Tree ginger beer, and muddled blackberries.
Too much.
Which it also pays homage to the world's first known African American master distiller, Nearest Green.
Who taught, I believe, Jim Beam, or I could be wrong about the thing, but he's actually the person who taught them, like that company, how to distill bourbon.
Now, for the people watching, can we see the photo so I can try to remember which one it is? So.
Oh, sorry, I was looking
Yeah.
at the drink flight one still.
Knowing that there's muddled
the top
blackberry-
left.
That's what I would guess. That would also make sense with the order of everything that we're talking about here. Next up is the Camper's Coupe, which features Laird's Applejack brandy, orange and lemon juices, and a hint of maple syrup.
Oh, I bet that's
And
really
it sounds
good.
so
the
good.
Laird's Applejack brandy is America's first spirit.
Oh, that's
So
cool.
I
Is
thought it
really?
was patriotism, but apparently that wasn't the first spirit.
It was a bathtub wine.
Applejack.
Fantastic. Then we have the Meadows Cup, which is Pim's #1 liqueur cup, Hendrick's Gin, Minute Maid Premium Lemonade, and Strawberry.
Honestly, that sounds real good too.
It does sound really good.
I like Pim's.
So I like it. I mean, I like the picture of it. That strawberry garnishing, excellent.
That with a
Excellent stuff.
little bit of that strawberry shortcake. Mm.
So, you know what? We might sound old-fashioned, but we're not compared to an actual old-fashioned. And here you'll have the Clementine Old-Fashioned, which is Angel's Envy Bourbon, Hella Cocktail Company Orange Bitters, and cane syrup, garnished with a clementine wheel and a Luxardo cherry. Now, who's thinking that this is a reference to Clementine, as in, oh my darling, oh my darling?
I wasn't.
Oh, my darling,
but
Clementine.
Could be.
Did they say that's what it is?
No, it's a nod to the Clementine Beach at the resort.
Boo.
I don't know that.
And
Thought it was, oh my darling.
our final drinks. There will be 2 tequila drinks on the menu. One is a nod to one of the historic camping loops at Fort Wilderness, the Quail Trail Paloma, which serves up Terramana Blanco tequila, made by The Rock himself, Dwayne The Rock Johnson, with Hella Cocktail Company's smoked chili bitters, grapefruit soda, and a chili lime rim. And then they'll have the Moonshine Margarita with Old Smoky White Lightning Moonshine, triple sec liqueur, sweet and sour mix, and lime juice.
Honestly, these drinks all sound very good.
I know.
Yeah.
I mean, here's the deal. Why are we calling it Fort Wilderness anymore? We could call it Cocktail Country.
Oh,
Wow, did you come up with that
that
yourself?
was
Nope.
way. That was okay. Because
Nope,
I was like,
stole it.
that was way better than I was going to say for drinkingness. But
For drinks.
I know. It sounds like it would be the name of like a cocktail store.
I'm going to call it
yeah,
Puddin'
right.
Town.
I don't.
That's next door.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's this one, actually.
Come get your pudding skin over at Puddin' Town.
Puddin' Town.
that-
Come on down.
Come on down to Puddin' Town. Come on down.
I feel like that was a cartoon where they're serving
Town?
pudding skins.
Oh, Lord.
Actually, it might be. I don't know.
I can't remember. It doesn't matter. All this sounds incredible to me. We've gotten so far removed from the food and the desserts from Crockett's Tavern that I'm like, it's hard to focus
Wait.
on anything other than the drinks.
I think I'm more excited for that than I am the other. Like, I was
Yeah.
excited when we, but like, I'm curious to see if it'll hold up. They actually have an actual trained bartender there, or like whatever. So this was my complaint when I stayed there last time, is I was like, the quick service options, but then also, like, if you do want to have a cocktail, you got to bust that stuff in with you. But this is like a really nice addition.
Yeah, I am very excited for Crockett's Tavern over Trails End. For me, I was always first and foremost hoop-de-doo. I don't like Trails End was always fine, but it's like if I am good, a lot of people love it because we can have the food from hoop-de-doo and more, but at the price of Trails End and a lot more convenient and easy to get into. But for me, as part of it is the show, because it was never like blow your mind food. It was a good buffet restaurant in Walt Disney World, but you needed the show of Hoop-de-Doo to help elevate the whole experience, in my opinion. So Trails End, I wasn't bummed by it leaving. I'm not necessarily like riveted by the menu, but Crockett's Tavern, sign me up.
Agree.
Agree.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are we doing that on the same day?
Oh my God!
I know it's a lot.
Sorry,
Golly.
Trails
Not
End
food and wine. I
and
meant
Crockett's.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
we'll have a nice long day.
Yeah.
So
Get at your
We'll take
obituary on
breaks.
Saturday.
Yeah.
we'll probably have to book a cabin.
We're gonna have to-
solely for I need a nap.
Yeah, and naps, and then we'll rent bikes and go around.
We're going to have to take a lot of walks.
Yeah. We'll get a golf cart.
Yeah, you know what? But yeah,
Yeah, we'll do the good old fashioned. You get a golf cart, and then you attach some sort of extra vehicle behind and just pull around, drift.
Erica
have a lot of fun.
on Barbie rollerblades. We got her.
I expect her to be on one of those little seats that you ride in elementary school gym class. Like you scoot
Yeah.
your butt
Little
on
four
the ground.
wheels. You're
Yeah.
riding along.
It's like,
Her fingers
and
keep
then you
getting
find
pinched.
out that they really came from the janitor's closet, and they're what they set the garbage cans
Right.
on as they push around. and
my
you're like,
God.
Yeah.
the same thing.
Oh,
the
okay.
garbage can ones. They're specifically made for the rim of the garbage can. I'm not.
I don't know. You just kind of blew my mind. I don't know if I believe you.
Well, we're not. This isn't an episode of Talking Garbage, so we're not going to talk about that.
Sponsored by Puddin' Town.
Instead,
Puddin' Town.
sponsored by Puddin' Town. Instead,
Town.
we're going to talk about something that might be garbage. We're moving away from Walt Disney World on a bit of a tangent, and I just feel like we have to talk about the announcement because first, one of our friends wanted us to talk about it, and that's how easily I can be swayed. And second, it's because there's a lot of former Disney cast members working on this brand new theme park that's coming to Oklahoma, the American Heartland Theme Park and Resort. It's coming to northeast Oklahoma, just west of Grand Lake on Route 66. So I think they're trying to snatch in those Cars fans, ka-chow, that will ride all of Route 66 on the quest that Lightning McQueen went on in the
My brother did that.
2006 hit films Cars, starring Owen
Lightning.
Wilson.
Lightning and
Lightning, the late and great Paul Newman, and Bonnie Hunt.
good times.
I feel like I got the best of them. Oh, and then I think Cheech is in it too.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, anyways,
Our good friend
Wonderful
Cheech.
film.
not.
From
I mean,
Golden
I've never
Palace.
I would love to meet him. I prefer him and Barb and Star go to Vista Del Mar. That's just me. So yeah, this theme park will be off of Route 66 basically, and will include a large-scale RV park with cabins, a film and television studio, and a world-class theme park and resort. And they believe it will rival the world's top resort destinations. It's being developed by the Mansion Entertainment Group, not the Mansons, the Mansion Entertainment Group, and they claim to be on the verge of becoming the world's most powerful entity in family entertainment.
Sounds threatening.
At least out of Branson, Missouri, where their theater is located.
I've heard good things about Branson.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's home of Silver Dollar City, which I feel like is very widely known in the United States as, you know, at least like a really cute theme park that might not necessarily be on the same level as a Disney or Universal, but certainly a Knott's Berry Farm, and you know, a regional theme park that's just
Jollywood.
overly themed, and you know, beyond that, I forgot where I was going with that. Got lost in the middle. But
did.
I didn't end up in Branson. I'll tell you that much.
Or Oklahoma.
Or Oklahoma.
This
I'm not
sounds
saying I
good
wouldn't go.
though. Oklahoma, the middle of the country, needs something.
Well,
Tornadoes.
Well, they already have that.
Well, you know, Florida has hurricanes, but
That's true.
Walt still chose this place for some reason. Anywho, though, yeah, the Midwest. I mean, what? There's a Six Flag in Texas.
Is that considered the
and-
Midwest?
There's a SeaWorld in Texas.
And
There's
but
a
I mean,
Six
I also don't
Flags
want to just
in Milwaukee, in Wisconsin, I
Milwaukee
believe, too. Milwaukee.
Yeah, I don't. So like, I mean, there's a lot. There are technically, and then as well as Branson with Silver Dollar City and Dollywood and Pigeon Forge aren't that far away. So I mean, it's not like they're
true.
completely separated. And if you're on the further side of the Midwest, then eventually you're at the point where you're like, why not just go to Southern California, where you can have SeaWorld, Disneyland, Universal.
Okay, hang on. There's
all
a
of those.
awful lot of country between Oklahoma and California. And a lot of people that maybe can't travel that far or don't want to travel that far.
But that's I'm not
Okay.
arguing with that. I'm just saying in terms of, it's not like, I don't want to say like Oklahoma. What did they have there before?
Rodeos,
Corn, tornadoes, and
cows,
rodeos, fairs. Like, I'm not trying to say
my ex,
musical.
my,
it's like that.
my
Like,
ex-sister-in-law's there.
It's not smack dab in the middle of nowhere. There is still plenty around.
There is.
So it's not like they're starving for a theme park, but it will, you know, for people who can't afford to come to Florida, who
Don't
might
want
not
to.
even be able to afford to go to, you know, Tennessee and in that area, then, you know, it's another option for them without having to travel far.
When is this going to happen?
So the RV park, I believe, is going to open up in 2025, and then the theme park is set to open up in 2026. It will be a more than $2 billion resort destination, and the theme park will be 125 acres, which is comparable to Magic Kingdom and Disneyland. They're expecting it to attract more than 4.9 million guests per year, all the way to Oklahoma, which, if you remember our discussion on Magic Kingdom and its 2022 attendance, it received over 17 million visitors. At the low end of Walt Disney World, Animal Kingdom saw over 9 million visitors. But if you want to compare it to other places in Florida, SeaWorld and Busch Gardens both had attendance above 4 million. But then taking it one step further, I looked up what Dollywood's attendance was. That said around 3 million. And then Silver Dollar City, I believe, said around 2 million. So, you know, 4.9 million. I know a lot of people will probably use it for the RV park more than anything as a stopover when they're traveling, not necessarily going to
Have
the
you
theme
seen the
park with
movie
it.
Oklahoma?
It's been many a year.
Oklahoma.
Yeah, the wind comes.
I think actually
Wow, planes.
tomorrow evening. Oh no, it was last week. Sorry,
I want
they're
a
playing
Surrey with the fringe
Oklahoma
on top.
with Hugh Jackman in
No,
it at AMC. But you know what's interesting? I was reading about this. Is it's like 2.5 hours to 3 hours away from any major airport.
Well, no, you're coming in on cars, sweetie. You got your RV.
I also don't know too because I thought I saw one airport near it.
Well,
I don't know if it was like more of a smaller airport that like kind of like how there's the Harrisburg airport near Hershey where it's like, you know, it's you're not flying direct from Orlando to Harrisburg, but you know, if you stop off in DC or Baltimore, you'll more than likely be able to get a flight in there. But
I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool. I think it's cool. There's something in the Midwest like that too. Because here's the thing, I'm curious to see like how I don't know what the weather's like, and I know very little about Oklahoma, but like Do they have winters? Will it operate during the winter? And if they do, I kind of want to go during the winter. I want to go to a theme park while I'm cold.
Teresa, how do you feel about the Midwest weather?
It's hot as Hades at the moment, just like here.
And in winter?
Winter, it's cold and snowy.
Okay.
But Oklahoma is a little bit more farther south of where I'm from. So they have winters.
Good.
They
Okay, I look forward.
They
Okay.
have cold. They
Okay.
have snow. Well, right?
I've never been to the Midwest. Until you get to Colorado, but that's the
You've never been to the
Rockies, not
Midwest?
Nope. Furthest
either.
I've gone in terms of the Midwest would be, if we want to call Indianapolis, when we went there for the
Indiana's the
one-
Midwest.
Yeah, but not really. It's just
No,
one
it
state
is.
over. Yeah,
I'm
but
going to
it's
get
just
you
one
to
over from
go to
Ohio.
Milwaukee.
Well,
one
it's
day
got to
with me.
stop somewhere. It's got to start somewhere because it's Indiana, Illinois, Iowa, Missouri, Minnesota.
Wisconsin.
Minnesota's like northern Midwest, I would say. Wisconsin.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, now is Oklahoma then in the South?
I
is it
see that
far
more
enough to-
southern than Midwest, but because what do you got? You got Iowa, then you got Missouri, then you got Arkansas. What comes below Arkansas? Is it Oklahoma?
I wish I could tell you that I confidently know what a map of the United States
Below
looks like.
Arkansas? I know that
I know it's
Mississippi
below
is
Mississippi. So then,
maybe
if you're going
attached
this way,
slightly.
it's Georgia. What do you got? Louisiana,
Yeah.
Alabama, Louisiana.
I literally cannot tell you. how
Oklahoma's
much-
sitting above Texas.
Yes,
Can't
it's right
tell you.
above
I do know
Texas.
that.
It's right above.
Erica's got the map.
Yeah, I'm looking at the map right now.
So what's right above Oklahoma? Is it Arkansas?
So, yeah, to this side of
Arkansas is considered south.
Oh,
Oklahoma's
this
a
is
huge
definitely
state.
yeah. I see where it is.
It's not
You know
Midwest. I
what?
don't-
We've now been talking about this so long.
Oklahoma.
I no longer
It's weirdly
care.
shaped.
It's huge.
It's
Isn't it?
okay by me.
Oh my. Okay.
Oklahoma.
I'm just so tired of this. I'm so sorry I brought it up. The whole reason I brought it up is because, they were touting this, not just about being so expensive, but just do it in real time, Rhino.
Yeah, okay.
Just do it in real time.
I missed one.
It's fine.
I was just going to leave it in the middle and let your little head poke through.
It's all okay. So there are former Disney cast members on the project. They definitely, like I was trying to say, they touted how much it was going to cost, but then also having Disney being involved in it as well. The list of names, I did not recognize any of them off the bat. Not that I'm, on Michael Bowling's level of being a Disney historian and expert. So none of the names jumped out to me. So I went to LinkedIn and looked them up. And most of the time I was seeing people who haven't worked at Disney in usually like 10 to 20 years. And then also, some of them, looked like it might have been right around the pandemic time period and with layoffs. And then there was a couple, I think 2 I saw in there that were retired. So
That's okay,
Uh,
it's not
though.
like, yeah, but
They're not poaching
I'm saying,
active.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
not like when Lake Nona got canceled and when people were asked to move to Florida, it's not like they were all laid off, and that's the team that is working on this Heartland theme park. And I think that with people, if they don't look into it, they might just hear former Disney and think all of a sudden that means it's going to be a quality park, and hopefully it is.
Oh, I hope so.
I really hope
the
it
shows
is.
are all Western and Wild Bill Hickok
Yep.
and rodeo. Oh, that would be fun.
Yeah, and part of the whole
Bring it
point
in.
of this was to ask, do we think that, considering what the attendance is in Silver Dollar City and Dollywood, this just adds a little bit on top of it. Do we think that people in general will skip their Disneyland trips and Walt Disney World trips if they're in that area of the South Midwest, not quite Rockies, not quite Northeast
It's the plains.
area of
It's the plains.
The
There you go.
plains.
It is the plains. You're right.
it's not in the song about Oklahoma.
I don't know.
I'll tell you that much.
I see. For me, I think it'll be on that level of like what it's like for people who live in like Dollywood's in Tennessee, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like, I think it's like that sort of thing where it's just another option. Like where I grew up, and I know it's not the same level. There were Six Flags near us, and we had Canterbury Lake Park in Massachusetts and things like that. But that's still. It's still this like a different. If it knows what it's doing, you had Santa's like Storyland in New Hampshire or something like that, and like it's different types of experiences and entertainment. So I don't think that people will skip it, but I think it will give them something to do otherwise. Like it'll bring new entertainment in their life where they're like, okay, in the in-between years or something like that.
The in between.
That's what I was thinking. Like a good in between
I
trip.
agree. Or just a good locals, and locals by meaning surrounding states, Texas,
Yeah.
whoever wants to go. And I think it's a big opportunity for them. I think it's going to be cool.
I can't wait to see you go there one day.
I know. I'll go.
Yeah, no, you'll go out of your way to drive when you go home.
I will.
So.
I'll go through Oklahoma. I've never been there. I've been close, but we turned the wrong way and ended up.
Always the first time.
Trying to go to Oklahoma, ended up in Maine.
Well, it was more
Okay.
like Arkansas, but you know.
Pre-GPS, it's
Yeah,
hard.
it
It's not
was-
like they tell you when you leave a state and enter another one.
They do. There's called signs on the road.
Okay, well, I did not know that. So let's move on to Roundtable Rapid Fire, and we are going to start with Erica.
Please hold. I was looking at my discussion topic and didn't have my rapid fire up, but we're going to talk about horses. Well, a pony specifically.
The patriarchy.
If you've seen Barbie, you know what we mean. So Disney's newest Shetland pony named Pixie, you can now see her at the Tri-Circle D Ranch over at Disney's Fort Wilderness Resort and Campground. So you can go get some food, and then you can go look at this new baby pony. And yeah, she's just cute, and that's
Is it
why
a baby
I wanted
horse
to
or
talk.
is it a pony?
What's
They're
little
calling
Sebastian?
her a pony.
Huh?
What is-
Okay.
So
pony.
it is a
It's a pony.
horse
Yes,
baby.
a
Yeah.
Shetland pony.
Horse.
So
It's not a baby horse. It's a horse baby,
horse baby.
also known as a pony.
Yes.
Some people
But
call me
she's
horse baby.
adorable. And she
Not to your face.
is destined to pull Cinderella's carriage one day. So she's
Oh,
got
what an awful
big,
life.
Wow.
big
Did they tell her
plans
that the
for
minute
her.
she was born?
Yep.
Life of servitude.
She's got some big plans ahead
I
of her.
believe, as John would
She
say, it
doesn't
would be
know it
a
yet.
dream big princess.
Dream big princess.
So if you wanna see her while she's still a baby, and before she has to go to work, you can go check her out at Tri-Circle D Ranch. There you go.
Okay.
You're welcome.
Thank you very much, Teresa.
Okay.
Okay.
Lost my words. I gotta find. Hang on. I gotta find them. They're somewhere in there.
You lost your mind. I hope you
I
find
did.
it.
I've lost my mind. Disney Cruise Ship Line debuts new deck party on the Disney Dream.
Mm.
Is that short enough for you? You want me to give you some details?
The end.
I would love
The
to
end.
meet.
So it starts this summer. Mickey's Color Spin Dance Party. Apparently, when they spin the wheel, I must put this in my own words. They spin the wheel, it lands on a color. Whichever character is there that's in that color must dance, dance, dance. And
It's very
Max is going to be
labyrinth.
there. I'm excited about that.
Yeah.
I'm always excited when Max shows up. So unique, interactive from start to finish, sing along pre-show, blah 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 blah. Scrolling down, don't miss your chance to sail in color aboard the Disney Dream.
I wonder if they're going to make tie-dye shirts.
Well,
Feels
then
like
you
a
just
miss-
dance forever, right?
God, what is this? The party from Hocus Pocus?
I know, dance, dance until you die.
die.
I don't know. It sounds fun. I'm excited about a new deck party. Now, if you're on the Dream this summer, you're obviously in Europe, so enjoy it. I think it'll be fun. Cool. Cool beans.
I like it because I said this. I was, Craig and I, we talked about this on the Alaska cruise. That was a little like everything on those ships. Sometimes it's like I grew up near the water, so I think maybe that's also I have it in my head. But sometimes I feel like I'm being beaten to death with the theme of like sailing and beaching and all this stuff. And so like it's nice to have I'm not saying that you're on a cruise ship in the ocean that you shouldn't be doing that. What I'm suggesting is it's nice to like work in other things as
I
well.
agree,
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like they've got pirate parties and things like that. This will be like
Because
a fun,
pirates are always landlocked in the middle, but go ahead.
Yeah. So this is a nice little change of pace, I feel like.
I think it's fun. It looks fun to me. I'll be looking forward to it.
Yeah, I just wish that they could have done it on the Dream back when it was still
Here.
and
Well,
it's
they had
like
to start somewhere.
because
And then it might move over to the other ships. You don't know that, right?
I what?
So
I don't know.
you'd figure out who's in what color, and then you'd wear that color, and you could get to dance with your favorite character.
Oh, I like that.
Is that cool?
Very cool. Very cool. Thank you, Teresa. Rhino.
Well, choo choo and all aboard because we've got ourselves a new popcorn bucket coming to Disneyland July 26th. It is modeled after the Disneyland, the locomotive of the Disneyland Railroad, and it has a little conductor Mickey leaning out of the window waving. And one of the best parts about this is the wheels and everything. The train actually functions and rolls along, but you can pull out the smokestack, and it's a train whistle to make the noise. So I think.
Where am I putting my popcorn now?
So where Mickey is hanging out of it, like in his like area.
His area.
Yeah, literally no words I can remember that have to do with trains right now. Where he is
engine.
in his like conductor booth is the roof comes off, and that's where like the popcorn would go in like a bucket. But I think it's cool. It looks just like the Mickey train I had when I was a little kid, like on our train table in the basement.
Sweet.
Yeah, so. I'm like, it's one of those where I'm like, I'm sure it's not going to be there when we get to the party, but I kind of really want one because I'm like, I kind of want to like give it to my grandparents too and be like, look, I got this for you. Like, and they'll be like, why are you give us stuff? We're 90. They get upset when
And
I
that's
give
what
them
they
gifts.
said.
Yeah,
My
yeah.
dad does that. I don't need this. What am I going to do with this?
But I'm always like, I want one for me. Like, I don't know. That's one of those popcorn buckets where I was like, that's a great display piece. They're knocking it out of the park. So.
Okay.
Looking forward to that. Like I said, July 26th, which is just around the corner here. It's Wednesday
tomorrow
of this week. Yeah, girl, I don't know. I thought it was July 17th today.
Yeah.
Oh, what is wrong with me?
I will say Sam did a really good job on that. I still will not add any more popcorn.
That was
buckets.
a Sam popcorn bucket.
I do believe so. Yes.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, because I saw when we're talking about where the popcorn went with it. He was the one who posted the diagram of it from the side with the popcorn like placed in there. So
Nice.
Unless he just made that, later, but he's designed enough popcorn buckets that maybe he got into the 3-dimensional ones. Either way, it's cool. I will not be adding it to my collection because I don't need any more popcorn buckets.
Yeah, but we'll see.
I
if it's
will
for
be
sale.
envious of people carrying them around saying, if I had a bigger house.
If it's for sale when we're out there, and you got that baby with you, that baby might be getting a toy.
Thanks for
Yeah,
that.
you're
I appreciate it. Thank you for your rapid fire. Now, Erica is going to tell us all about this week's featured topic to help probably no one trip plan, but I mean, that's the purpose. Erica.
Yeah.
Go
okay.
ahead.
So I have it all written down so that we get all the information we need. Okay. Are you okay?
Yeah, sorry.
Beautiful. Today we will be talking about the 4 mistakes you might be making in the Magic Kingdom. I want to give a shout out to Zoe Wood, one of our contributors. She wrote this wonderful article, and we're going to go down the list of the 4 mistakes you might be making. All right. So 1, wasting your time zigzagging. If you find yourself glued to the My Disney Experience app until it lets you know if there have been a 5 minutes shaved off the ride you want to get on, like Big Thunder Mountain, this one's for you. When stalking your next attraction in effort to wait the least amount of time in line, don't discount the time it will take you to walk from place to place. For me, I've always hated doing zigzags in a park. I've always liked to start on one side, the correct side, Adventureland, and then make my way around and end in Tomorrowland. So that's one of her tips, is to try to avoid zigzagging.
How do we feel about that?
I don't-
Good tip.
I don't-
I don't agree with this
I
one.
don't think I'd start in Adventureland. Yeah. Where would you start?
The tip isn't start to Adventureland, it's to not zigzag.
Teresa, your head
Don't come
is
for me.
leaning in the
Yeah,
again.
I understand
Sorry.
that the point is to not zigzag, but like there are some places where there's just so many opportunities for zip.
Zip zapping. Zip zapping and zigzagging.
Oh, the alliteration's going to kill me today.
That episode of The Simpsons.
Just
with
call
Bart
it the
in
back
wig.
and forth. We're going to call it the back and forth.
I'm going to call it the back and forth and
No, I don't think so.
zigzagging. I'm going to call it zigzagging. I think there is a time and place for it. And that's it.
Okay.
Zigzagging?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Beautiful.
disagree with Zoe on this one. So three
Okay.
mistakes not to make.
Okay. I like zigzagging if it's something important. Normally, I'd rather stay going in order. That's just me.
Left and around. Is that
Yeah.
what you do? Yeah.
So number 2,
Okay.
which this is more like something to be mindful of when you're traveling during the summer. She talks about waiting in exposed queuing areas during peak weather. She says that planning your day in the Magic Kingdom, you should always include a solid understanding of what potential weather conditions could be that day, especially with the sun and the heat. Some guests may make the mistake of checking off all the bigger attractions that have covered and air-conditioned lined areas before moving on to smaller attractions. While this might have you standing in those first few lines for less time, you're more likely to be stopped in an outdoor queuing area during the worst heat of the day. I don't really have an opinion on this. I was wondering what you guys were thinking,
I have a
because
question.
So
she's saying go.
Save the
I don't know.
iconic attractions to
Yeah,
the
but
middle of the day,
I
but the
don't-
line's always longest.
But I
I
wouldn't
don't
say-
necessarily
Wouldn't that be
agree
zigzagging?
with.
Well,
you might get
that-
into some of that.
because like I wouldn't say that like Mickey's Philhar Magic is like the most iconic attraction, but all of
the
that
queue's
is
all
indoor.
Yeah.
Yeah, true.
So, like
And-
I would save that for the afternoon.
And that's where I was like, the first one that jumped out to me, Jungle Cruise. That entire queue is outdoors. I mean, it is, it's covered, but it's all outdoors. And as someone who's waited many times 90 minutes for it in the middle of the day, it's not pleasant to be outside for that long. So, I mean, my point was, not all the iconic attractions have these big indoor queues. I think our minds just go to like Space Mountain with that. And
Pirates.
yeah, Space Mountain is great, but
For me, I would say leave all of like the show type of attractions for the afternoon, like Tiki Room, Country Bears,
Yep.
Carousel of Progress, like Mickey's Philhar Magic, like that kind of stuff. I would save for the middle of the day when it's really hot.
Yeah. But I guess, I can I'll give it a half point. So
Yeah.
we're now to
We're grading the article.
Zoe. Yeah, we're grading Zoe's
We're
article.
grading-
It's now 2.5 reasons.
Okay.
Golly.
This next one is one that I agree with, and it's about shopping on your way in, so avoiding that. I don't know about you guys, but I've always been the type of person that likes to shop on my way out of parks. Like I'll always stop at the Emporium at the end of my day or any of the major stores when I'm leaving.
Erica, I got abs. Always be shopping.
I love that.
Yeah.
I agree with that because, especially if you've got children, they're going to want
Yeah.
something right off the bat. We'll get that on the way out.
Yeah,
And then you forget. and it's
like
all
Zoe
good.
says on this topic, while looking at all the beautiful souvenirs at the start of the day, don't be tempted to do too much shopping because these items can weigh you down with like being in your backpack, or if you get something fragile, like it could end up breaking throughout the day. So you should just do your shopping on your way out. So if you're the kind of family that'll take a half-day break, break right in the middle of the day, grab some of the merch you want, take it to the hotel room and leave it there, and then you can come back and tell your family, like, hey, we already did the shopping. We're done for today. Or if you're
No more,
if you're
what you're
due
saying.
until park close, just wait till the end of the night. I know it can get very busy in there, so maybe like go a little bit before the final hour of the night. But countdown. So that tip I do like, and I will use that in all the parks, not just Magic Kingdom. And last but not least, which this is one of the ones I do agree with, so I want to know if you guys agree with this one as well. This is about your castle photos. Don't take them directly in front of the castle. She says, if you were just to, walk around the castle towards the right, you will see the little bridge going into Tomorrowland. And there's a great spot there where you can get the castle in the background with no people around you taking the same exact photo or people behind you. You just have the castle and the moat of water that's there. For me, I like going on the right side of the castle near Sleepy Hollow or by the Wishing Well to take castle photos. So she's just saying, like, to avoid getting a bunch of people in your pictures or getting the same, like, basic photo that almost everyone takes, that there are different ways to take photos with the castle that can make your Magic Kingdom day a little bit better.
What
You
was
still
the
need
title?
the iconic shot of you, though.
If it's your first trip.
I think every trip, because then you
Well,
use it as a gauge of how you've
take a
grown over
selfie.
the years.
I take a selfie in front of the castle every time I go to Disneyland
I do a selfie.
because I'm like, I'm here and I want people to know.
But some people don't have long arms.
What was the title of this? What was the title of this article? I forgot.
4 mistakes you might be making in the Magic Kingdom. So the 4 mistakes are wasting time zigzagging. Then we have waiting in exposed queuing areas during peak weather, shopping on your way in, and taking your castle photos directly in front. Opinions? Continue.
I say I would call this 1.5 for me.
Okay, that's
No
what you're
insult to
grading it.
Zoe. Yeah, I'm not buying that last one. I didn't buy the first one. So
Okay.
1.5.
I definitely. I'm gonna say 3. I
Okay.
do 3 out of the 4.
Okay.
But I don't shop until I'm leaving, so that's 1, right? I zigzag depending on what I want to do. Not all the time. I never go in with the same plan.
Mm-hmm.
So that's, what was that 1, half of 1? What was the last one? Was there one on there about the restrooms? Or is that in my
No.
head?
It's in your head. We have the pictures
You
in
gotta go to
front
the
of the
bathroom.
castle. Pictures in front of the castle, and then the queues.
Oh, the queues, I agree. You want to go for the place where you're going to get out of the heat or the rain in the afternoon. So I agree with that. The castle, you got to have the iconic one in the front. Go all the way around, do them all.
Yeah,
Okay.
love it. Beautiful,
Rhino?
guys.
I wasn't paying close enough attention.
Oh my
No, I'm
goodness.
just kidding. I,
Which restroom do
pick
you
a number.
like?
I-
Fantasyland?
Pick a
no,
number.
because I don't think I experience the parks where any of these are a problem for me because I have abs. Always be shopping. So I don't. It's not my experience. That's the experience I like to have. So I'm not. There's nothing in here that helps me. Sorry.
That's
Zero.
okay.
No,
That's
it's just.
fine.
I think it's just
Zero.
what's the type of experience you're having. I
Yeah.
don't have children. I don't have people to worry about.
It's bold.
I'm lonely.
You don't worry about us? That's so special.
I worry
so
about all of
sweet.
you every day.
Thank
Oh.
you.
Thank you.
Well, before we say goodbye, does anyone have any housekeeping? Anyone? Any travel agents who want people to know how to book a vacation with them?
What?
Any?
Wow. T. Eccles, or as my friends call me, Teckles, at dreamsunlimitedtravel.com. Disney World, Disneyland, Disney Cruise Line.
Very good. Okay.
It's all good. It's all fun. We're going in next week. Is it next week?
Yeah.
Next week.
Oh, Lord. We're going next week.
Yeah, I can't wait.
I'm so excited.
That's very, very exciting. So we can't wait to see
Yes.
everyone out in Disneyland who is showing up. So before we say goodbye, I just want to say again, this is brought to you by Dreams Unlimited Travel. Head over to Dreams Unlimited Travel right now for a free, no obligation quote. If you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, hit the thumbs up, leave comments, questions, video suggestions in the comments section. If you were listening to this, subscribe wherever you listen to podcasts. And if you can leave us a rating and review, please do so. But that's going to do it for this week's show. We hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again in a little bit with the next episode of the Diz Unplugged. Take care. Bye-bye.